We're gonna do a quick moment of like the opposite of moment of silence, a moment of noise, a moment of celebration for Tammy. Tammy, this is for you, baby.
This goes out to you.
Okay. Tammy's my girl. She makes me happy in this sad world. Remember I met you back in school. You'd make me laugh till I cried. Happy you're alive. Don't know what I'd do without you. I love you. Okay. Let me turn this on. Good morning, guys. I need to take my medication. I'll be right back. Come on. Okay, good morning. I just got up. I called out of work today. I have been feeling really tired. I think I just partially haven't had enough sleep. Also been doing a lot, having to do a lot. Also just like working is tiring and like I don't have time for that. So I was thinking about calling off and I was like, nah, I won't do it. And then I woke up this morning and I saw a tweet. So there's like sunscreen in my beard. I mean in my mustache. I wish I had a beard. I saw a tweet that was like something about calling off work. Like, you know, take the time you need, so and so, whatever. And I was like, yeah, you're right. So I texted my manager and I'm like, I don't feel well today. I'm not coming in. I was gonna come up with some like elaborate excuse. Like I have like a problem where like I'm not always great at like being like, okay, this is a situation, this is what's happening, this is how I feel, whatever. So I make like excuses, aka lie. Like I lie about, like, you know, I don't lie about things that affect other people, negatively affect other people or anyway at all really. But when it comes to like, it's really just excuses. Like if I don't want to do something or if I'm not comfortable doing something, I never feel comfortable enough to just say it. So instead of being like, I don't want to, I'll be like, oh, I can't because my cat is throwing up blood and I need to take her to the hospital. Or like my great aunt is like had a stroke and I need to take care of her. And like, is it lying? Yes. But also like, regardless, the result will be the same because like the point is I'm not coming, I'm not doing it. It's just, I take the long way of getting there because I need to like, whatever. But I'm working on it. I'm working on just being like, no. Or like, I don't feel well. So, yeah. Come on. Rocky, come on. What are you doing? Come on. Come on. So, since I called off, I was like, I might as well like try to have a good day. So it's like a mental health day, I guess. So I'm gonna take Rocky to this little path, this little, like, you'll see when I get there. But it's just across the street behind this shopping center. I've been there once, I think with my mom. She showed it to me. Oops. Yeah, so we're gonna go there. Ready? He's like dirty and needs a bath, so I figured I would take him here, let him get all dirty and nasty, and then to come home and give him a bath and stuff. So anyway, we'll get there soon and have some fun. Do you ever think about like the people that you used to like? Like sometimes, like I just saw someone in my neighborhood from high school, and I had crushes on people who like, I mean, I guess it's because it's like you'll take what you can get when you're like, if you're in a certain environment, like, I don't know, I already have no excuse. But like, and I guess also like since I went to like a white school and I was like raised around white people, my idea of attractiveness was like based in whiteness basically. Even though I liked, like I always, you know, liked black people, but even then it was like kind of, my standards were translated in like a white way. I don't know if that makes sense. But when I went to an HBCU, a black college, I completely changed that, and like what I thought was like attractive and what I thought was like not attractive completely changed. It's really interesting. Like there are people who I was obsessed with in high school who now I wouldn't even like spit on. I'm just kidding. But like really, I mean, not kidding actually, because like some of them were just like trash people. And I just thought they were cool because that's what everybody else thought, you know? But I'm no longer a sheep, I'm a wolf of Wall Street. Okay. So this is the shopping center I was talking about. It's right across the street from my house. There's like a movie theater, all these restaurants. Where I live, there's nothing here besides places to eat and places to get groceries. That's it. There's nothing else to do. But in the back of this place, Rocky's like having anxiety right now. He's making noise. In the back of this place, there's, oh, see, somebody's hip. There's a little path. And yeah, I don't know where I kind of want to park somewhere low key, just so I don't bring any unwanted attention to myself. And that's another thing. We're gonna go back to the blackness. Rocky, shut up. What are you crying for? Like where I live, it's uncomfortable because, and I mentioned like how I'm more comfortable in the hood, right? So even though they say it's more dangerous, but when you live somewhere like this as a black person, you always are thinking about how people are viewing you. You're always thinking, like, you're always aware like that most likely when I step off the car and I'm in a parking lot, there's somebody looking at me like, what is a black boy doing? You know, like, I'm already suspicious looking. So it's very, like, gives a lot of paranoia vibes. Okay, let's go. Come on. But then the good thing about it, going back to the positive side of it, is that I can leave my car unlocked with the keys in there and my wallet, and I'm not worried at all about somebody coming to break it in my car. So positive thing, which way should we go? This way? No, this way. I don't know. The positive thing is that my car is safe in this environment. The negative thing is that I am not safe in this environment. So it's a trade-off. Pick and choose. Whereas like in the hood, like nobody is worried about me. Like no one's thinking about me or what I'm doing. No one's paying attention to me. There's way other, mainly in the city, but like no one's really thinking about me, right? But my car, I'm really speaking about Baltimore too. I don't want to make this, I'm not generalizing, but like let's compare it to Baltimore, because that might be where I'm moving. So the hood in Baltimore, like your car is gonna get broken into, most likely. But you'll be fine as long as you mind your business and you aren't like, you know, part of any drug deals that go wrong. But for the most part, you'll be fine, you know? Also, do you ever think about how, like, when you were younger, like as a kid, you would dream about how life would be as an adult, or like as a young adult, you know, like when you were still young enough to do fun stuff and you were still fun, but like old enough to do the stuff that you wanted to do. I just realized that like this is kind of it, you know. And this is one of the small things, like me coming out here in this random place to walk Rocky and like just be at peace like this. Like this is the kind of stuff that like I dreamt about, like, you know, just spending time with like my dog and being outside and being like just not stressed or anything, like no one around me to bother me or like stress me out or judge me. I'm in like a beautiful place, feel good. I feel like sometimes you have to remember like that, like this isn't glamorous or anything like crazy, but like it's still like one of the small things that are, it's the small things. And I feel like regardless of your situation, there's something you can do, or some way to live, you know, that your younger self would think is really cool or would appreciate you for doing. Like my younger self would be like, oh my god, that's so cool, like you're just out there having adventures. Not that this is anything crazy like I said, but it's just like, I don't know, it's a small example. I'm so glad that I called out today. I cannot imagine being at work right now, and I'm just so content with how this morning is going. Is it even morning time still? Let's see. What time is it? It is 11:04. 11:04. That's good. I'm always so proud of myself when like I'm doing something before noon, like anything at all. It's like a business owner, like a CEO of being productive. This is how like Steve Jobs must feel. He probably does not feel anything right now. R.I.P. I'm gonna call my mom. She called me last night and I didn't answer because I was just like in a little thing, a mental thing. I want to call my mom right now and see what she's up to. She's in California right now still. With my sister and my dad. They moved in their place. They moved into the house. They gave me a little tour on FaceTime. It was nice. Pretty cool. So yeah, I'm gonna call her. Bye. Also, before I go, y'all, they have the house they moved into. There's an orange tree. Sorry, I'm like, I don't want anyone. This is like the anxiety. Like I'm literally in the middle of the woods, and I'm like, oh my god, is someone gonna see me vlogging? Like, who cares? Me. But they have an orange tree in their front yard, and my dad just texted me. Sorry. He's like, oh, he just sent a picture. Woke up this morning picking oranges from a tree, my first time. That's crazy. Like that's amazing. I definitely need to end up in Cali. I've always said this. And I'm not in a rush at all anymore because I want to be able to experience it like how I want to experience it. And right now with the funds, the way the funds are looking, it's just not a possible thing at the moment. But like I'm gonna end up in Cali. Just watch. I'm saying this now, so when I'm there, when I'm in Cali, look back at this and be like, hey, you did it. Okay. I just want to say she did not answer, and I also want to say that I'm pretty sure, didn't I say this? Like I recently talked about how like my parents never answer the phone when I call. So I just want to put this on record because I could be getting kidnapped right now in these woods by Freddy Krueger. That's all I'm saying. But also, if Freddie's here, like, I would like to meet him. Okay, so we're heading back to the car now. I think he's tired. I don't know. I can't tell. But I am. But I just saw this girl walking around. Like I said, this place is really close to these shopping centers. It's right behind this huge shopping center complex. And she had on, like, I hope she can't hear me. She had on black pants and a white shirt and like some black flats, some little cute flats. And she was probably young, but it reminded me of when I was like young and how you would, like, before you had a car. I'm not saying everyone has whatever, but like your parents would drop you off at like your first job interview, and they'd be like, make sure you wear your, you know, your dress clothes, and they would drop you off, and then like you'd have to like walk around and wait for them to come pick you up. And I think that's what she was doing, just walking around on her phone. Just giving me a little flashback. Time is really weird. All right, peeps, so it's the next day. Yesterday I called off work, out of work, as I told you, and I did the same thing again today. Yeah, that's the thing about me. When I call out, I'm like, oh yeah, like this was like so good, and then it's like, why would I want to go back? So then I don't. But it was also very much needed because I have been exhausted mentally and physically, and haven't been sleeping, and have been a little depressed. So this has been a positive thing that I'm doing. So I'm gonna make some coffee right now because I'm, like, as you can see, kind of dead right now. It's kind of because I'm tired, kind of because I took another 50 milligram edible. I realized the edibles I've been taking were 50 milligrams, so I thought they were like 10. So yeah, I'm gonna make some coffee. I had so much stuff that I wanted to talk about, but I am just like, my brain isn't really trying to do anything, come up with anything. I didn't clean it from last time. Okay, I'm gonna pretend to clean this. I feel like I don't need to use soap for this, right? Because I just used this yesterday and it's just coffee water. You know what, because y'all gonna judge me. That just reminded me of, oh God, oh my goodness. Oh, that's funny. That just reminded me of this story about this girl. So like in college, I went to school with one of my friends. Well, you know what, that's probably too much information. I never want this, it never will happen, but I never would want this to get back to the person because that's just so mean. But it's just so like, okay, so basically my friend had a roommate. She had a really pretty roommate. I always thought she was really pretty, and she's one of the girls that you would see on campus and you're just like, okay, yeah, she got it all. Like, I went to her house, and her room and my friend's room were like on the opposite sides of the apartment or the house, whatever. And I walked in and I was so, and like, if you ever room with someone or like shared a living space with somebody, you know, like you really get to know somebody when you live with them, or at least you get to know like their living lifestyle, like their lifestyle, how they live, like how they clean, and like you realize how different everybody lives once you live with somebody else. I was lucky enough to have like pretty much perfect roommate situation. I think it's because we were kind of similar, and also like, well, we had our own, you know, situations too, but then you gotta get into that one day. That'll be a funny story. But anyway, I thought about this because I was cleaning this thing out, and I was talking about being dirty. But the girl who was just so pretty and everything, ended up being like very messy, and not even messy. Like I don't. Whenever someone says they're messy, I don't judge them, right? Because if you're messy, that means like you have a mess everywhere. But like maybe I know some people like would prefer their stuff like, you know, cluttered and stuff, whatever. That's not me, but I respect it, whatever. But when you're dirty, that's when you like that's the problem, right? That's when it's like, now you got like bugs and like mold, and like you don't clean, like you don't clean your stuff, right? Like you leave like crumbs everywhere or whatever. And like, I'm not gonna lie, I used to eat food in my bed too, so like there probably was a crumb every now and then, but I like was on it, you know. But it turns out that she, and my friend told me this, and she wasn't like talking like crap about her, but she was just so like distraught and like stressed out, because she said she would leave food in her room, in her area, for like days or longer than days, to the point where like she would have to go in her roommate's room to take stuff out because there was like smells and like bugs. She might have even said a cockroach, I don't know. But yeah, it just reminded me of that. And it's just so funny because, you know, you really can't judge a book by its cover, because like I said, you would have thought she just was like, you know, the most perfect girl in the world. But cockroaches under her bed eating her pizza crumbs. It's too bad. Anyway, I'm gonna make this coffee now. As we know from last time, I'm kind of like a professional coffee maker now. Like I'm a barista. Last time though, I feel like it wasn't enough or something, right? It was like, it wasn't enough. Okay, this is what it was. Sorry, I had a stroke. So, I realized that some people, like when I was with my ex really liked coffee. Like he made it into like every morning. It was like a moment for him, like a coffee thing. And I don't really love coffee, especially then. I didn't. But he would make his coffee like very dense. Is it called? When it's just like pure coffee, like nothing else. So it wasn't like a lot. It was just like a little cup of coffee. But it was really like, it was very, very much coffee. It wasn't anything else, like a whole bunch of cream and stuff. Is that all you use is cream? I feel like a lot of people make their stuff really complicated, like, and use a lot of stuff, and that's why they have like those big things of coffee. But I never knew people did that, because like my parents will make their coffee, but it seems like more coffee because they put in cream and whatever else stuff coffee people drink. So yeah, I thought that was interesting. So I guess it's the same amount. But anyway, I'm saying that is the reason I said this, because I prefer a lot of coffee, but it should be like really spread out. You know what I'm talking about. And then, as you know, also like oh shoot, I'm what a hypocrite, because I definitely from last time did not clean this coffee out. Okay, but see, that's why you can't be talking about people. Also, I want to say this, because that sounded very judgy, and like it is kind of, I guess, whatever. But the reason I want to give a disclaimer is because I know how it is when you are like going through something and your priority is to staying alive, basically, and like you can't be bothered to do all the extra stuff that you would be, you know, like your usual chores and stuff. So like I understand that, and I really just shared the story because it was something my friend shared with me, and she was so distraught and like whatever, and it just is like, it humanized the girl, you know. Me trying to make myself seem less judgmental, but I really, because I know how it is. So, but also like that's a good excuse, you know, like depression is a good excuse to be nasty, because it's like you're just trying not to die, you know. You're like literally like, I could be dead tomorrow, so like, you know, taking a shower today just isn't a priority. I understand, I see you and I love you if that's you. But if you're just nasty to be nasty, or like if you live with other people, like you gotta live by yourself. You have to like, you figure out something, because you can't let somebody live in your house with you, or live with somebody and you're attracting outside creatures into the home unless you've agreed on that and you have an open door policy. So I don't know. I really hate turning around on camera. I don't like keep looking back in my head. I don't trust y'all. No, but I just don't, it's not comfortable. Like in school, oh my gosh, there are 6,
food ounces, 3/4. There were times where, sorry I keep walking away, but I got shit to do. Okay, I'm coming, be patient. Oh shoot, I didn't, okay, this is all wrong. I didn't put the other thing in. This is why I don't do this stuff. There's so many, like, why do you have all these things here? Can y'all see? This is why I just like to buy a pack of cans of vegan coffee, and call it a day. Okay, when I say vegan coffee, whenever I say that, plant-based coffee, it's because the creamer isn't milk. That's why. It's not like, I know coffee beans are already vegan, so shut up. Okay, I think we're ready now. That was kind of stressful. How are y'all doing? How was your day? You okay? You doing good? Am I blurry? Have some protein today. I think I'm gonna start taking 2 doses, or do 2 different ones, like 1 in the morning as soon as I wake up, and then 1 at night, so I can get more protein. And yeah, I'm really conflicted too, because like I really want, like sometimes I really want better results like with my body, and like I really want to like bulk up, and I'm like, when I see people, really it's social media, that's the problem. It's because like when I see people on there, I'm like, oh my god, if I got like, you know, like really toned and like muscular, then I'll probably be like it just makes you sexier. It just does. At least like to a lot of people, obviously, because whatever. So, but then it's like that you have to really dedicate like a lot to that. Like my workouts are 10 minutes max usually, and I might up it. I might start doing or do the normal 10-minute workouts and then something afterwards, like do some like, I have that bar thing that you put in your door, so maybe I'll do that after. I don't know, but I don't know, I just really can't be bothered to like spend all day working out and like eating the same thing every single day. Not even because I don't mind eating the same thing every day, I don't mind that, but like doing it when it's something just gross and like just serving the purpose of making you bigger, you know? Like I don't mind healthy stuff, I don't know, it's just like, it's a lot. Maybe one day. I would like to get a trainer one day, but that's like really a lot of commitment, because I feel like I'm the type to start to like do it, be like, hey, this is cool, but then when it becomes too much, or like when I need to like isolate myself from everybody, it's like, what do? You like are paying somebody and they know you, so like you can't just cancel. And then what I would have to do is, if I did cancel, I would have to block them, because I would be too embarrassed to say anything. So I mean, I would pay them of course, but then just the embarrassment would keep me from ever going back again. Or I'd have to lie and say like I got injured. Like, oh my gosh, I remember when I worked at Ross, I wanted to quit. Well, I mean, I was just working there for like over one of the breaks. I came back from college after, like, I think it was like spring break or something, maybe summer break, I don't know. But I was working at Ross for the break, right? Getting some money. I barely even remember this, but it's such a boring job, by the way. But I had to go back to school eventually, but I wanted to like take a week before going back to school, like at least a few days. I don't know how long it was, but I didn't want to work all the way into going back to school, so I quit. I wanted to quit beforehand instead of like my 2 weeks. You know what, I think I might have put my 2 weeks in. No, did I don't know if I did. I think what I did was, what I know what I did, but I had one of the twins. I was at Tariq's house, and I had one of them call my manager and say that I had been in a car accident and I was in the hospital, and I had him say like, oh yeah, he's like okay though, he just is getting checked out, whatever, but the doctor did say that he needs to like take like a few months off from work, so he won't be able to work there anymore, unfortunately. and they were just like, okay, like you know, what do you say to that? And then they were kind of calling me, I think, for like my exit interview, and I just didn't answer because I was too scared. Like, it was so awkward. And I also did that with this other job for homecoming. I worked at Home Depot at my actual school. Well, it was in Norfolk, but I worked at Home Depot, and I was working. I think that was my longest job that I had. The longest I kept the job at that time. Besides like the one I have now, but I worked at Home Depot, and it was homecoming week. And if you go to HBCU or black school, well, I'll say HBCU, but you know homecoming is, well, you know what, let me not say that because people are gonna be annoying, like, oh no, everybody does a big homecoming, whatever. I don't know. I never went to a PWI, so I don't know what y'all do, but I know at HBCUs, they are usually really big. So the homecoming came around the corner, and I was like, I don't have any plans, so I was just like, I won't take off any work or anything. So I didn't take off any time, and then the week came, and I was like, oh, I shouldn't be here. No, what happened was I was at work. It was a normal night. I usually work until like 9-ish, I think, or like 9:50 or something. I don't know. Whenever Home Depot closes, I think even later than that, to be honest. But anyway, my friends texted me, and I was at work, and they were like, hey, like, let's go to ODU, like, let's go to for homecoming, let's go to this like party. And I'm like, oh, okay, and I was like, I guess I should like quit. So I went to the manager or whoever was running the stuff, and I was like, hey, I just like hurt myself, cause I was like the cart person. Cause I was like, and I'm still like this way. I'm proud of myself for having a job where I have to work with people. Cause like before, I wanted to just work in like a warehouse or like somewhere where I had to like be by myself and not talk to anybody else. I didn't care if I had to do labor or like whatever. I just didn't want to talk to anybody because it just seemed scary. So I was the cart person. I would go outside and bring all the carts, and like, it might sound easy, but that was like actually a hard job because there was so many carts. And y'all don't be bringing your carts back. Y'all be leaving carts in the middle of the parking lot, and they be hitting people's cars, and then people come outside and they think I did it, and I didn't do anything except a few times. But I was the cart person, so I was doing some cart stuff, and I was by like the for all like the people who are builders and like and you know, people who like do the hardcore stuff. It's like normal people's side is by the regular entrance, and the other side is like lumber and stuff, you know. So that's where all like the straight men were on that side, the super straights. And I was like, oh yeah, I got hurt or something. I think I got my knee hit or something was hit. I said it was hurting. So I told her, and she was like, oh my gosh, whatever. But she didn't really hear that much, but she was just like, whatever. So I'm like, yeah, so I gotta go. This is like really bad. I'm gonna go get it checked out probably tomorrow. She's like, okay, but you gotta fill out all this paperwork though, because Home Depot is really like, you know, like some places are really laid back, right? Home Depot is really like strict and on their whatever stuff. So like, you gotta fill out the paperwork, this, and then sign this, and this waiver, whatever. And I was like, okay, by the time I finished this, I could have just like waited for my shift to be over. So, but I signed it all, and I was like, wow, I just committed to something that was like a lot. So I was sitting in her office doing all that kind of stuff. I had to sign papers, and then I finally left, and then it was fun. Then we went, and that was it. But what I ended up doing was calling. I didn't even call, actually. I think I sent an email to them like a few days later, and I was like, hey, I went to the doctor, and they said that I was not able to work anymore because I'm like injured and stuff. So can't work here anymore, sorry, but it was fun working with y'all, but like, I'll see you later. And then that was it. But then, like I said, they're really like on their stuff about like legalities and whatever. So they ended up sending me all this crazy like stuff about like so they sent all this stuff. Can you see? They sent all this paperwork to my house, and it was kind of intimidating. And I just basically did all, like, it was just a lot. But yeah, so not sure why I started talking about that, but that happened. My coffee's ready though, so we lit. I think some more is dropping in there. Maybe some leftovers for later. Take test. I'm not even gonna try to drink that, it's too hot. I don't understand how people drink or eat stuff when it just finishes cooking. It's giving serial killer vibes. It's giving, I take a bath with all my clothes on vibes. Like, I don't understand that. Okay, so I have too much stuff. So I can't, unfortunately, I have to go. I can't bring you with me this time. See you later. Armpit shot. You have armpit fetish, go off, sis. Here. I hate this angle, but I wanted to, let's talk really quick about, just to piggyback off of what I said earlier about depression. Let's talk about the depressed press really quick. You have to call it depressed press just to make it a little bit lighter, like fun, like depressed press, like, because like you have to have the conversation, but you don't want it to be too. You don't want to be like depressed about having a conversation about depression. You have to make it fun, like trick your mind into thinking it's fun, right? Okay. So, how do you, it's so awkward. So I'm on medication. I'm on medication, and this is not news. I've talked about this before on the podcast. I mean, I missed the podcast. But I also this is so, but also like I don't currently, I'm not sure if I currently have health insurance. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I'm at the age, I'm not at the age yet, first of all. I'm still young and pruned, but I'm getting to the age in a few months to where I can't be on my parents' insurance anymore, right? And they're moving and they're getting new jobs and stuff, so they're getting different insurances and stuff. And like, since I'm turning the age in which those things have to be handled, we'll say 13 plus 13. I have to like get on my works, but whatever. But like, okay, so it's actually really ironic because like I'm like depressed and like have no motivation to do anything, barely any of the stuff that I really want to do. So definitely not the stuff that I don't want to do, even if it's like stuff that I need to do. Like health insurance is probably like a need, right? People say it is, so but I understand. I do want health insurance, like whatever. I hate the fact that I have to even buy that, but whatever. But it's just ironic because like right now my health insurance, my parents, is what I use to get my medication. And I don't know how, like if it goes up, if it's, I mean obviously it'll probably be more expensive, but I don't know how much it'll be without health insurance. And I haven't checked on getting health insurance through my job or like however to do that, because the idea of having to do that is just so overwhelming, so stressful. So I just am not. So I'm like, you know what, if I die, I die. It's in God's hands. He knows all. He wants, he knows what he's gonna do. That's, I'm not serious. But I also like, yes, if I die, I die, because I don't know if I have health insurance right now and I don't have the funds. Anyway, so I keep on, the funny part is that I haven't done that and gotten health insurance stuff figured out in order to be like, you know, like safe about that kind of stuff, and also to get my medication, because once I run out over there, I keep looking at it. Once I run out, it's like, you know, am I gonna pay for it? It's gonna be $1,000. What is it gonna be? I don't know. But it's just ironic because like that's supposed to keep me from being depressed, which, plot twist, is not doing a great job. But it's like my depression also is keeping me from doing what I need to do in order to have a better chance of getting more. So it's just, life is good, you know, like life is fun and like exciting, you know, endless possibilities. What's gonna happen, you never know. But also I was thinking about getting off of it because I mean, I mainly got it for my anxiety, and I mean, it's for anxiety and depression. But depression was more of like a plus. Like, oh, okay, it also helps with depression. But anxiety was my main thing that I was worried about. Cause like with depression, I can pretty much just like, which is not good, but I can pretty much just be like, ow, and like shut it off. And like I'm still depressed, but I won't be thinking. Like I know how to like distract myself and like just daydream all day in order to not be in the moment, which is not healthy to do. But it also keeps you from feeling depressed when you are depressed. So it's a, you know, one of those situations. So what was I saying? What was I doing? Am I filming? I'm just kidding. But I keep on like, I've been having these things where I think it makes it worse because I'm paranoid about it, but I'll be talking and then I'll like completely forget where I was going. And I'm like, it makes it worse because I'm paranoid about it, and then like I'm like, oh my god, I think I'm losing my mind, or like getting early onset Alzheimer's or something, or dementia. And of course, like when you're nervous about stuff or anxious about something, it happens more. It's like if you're scared to talk because you think you're gonna forget something, you're gonna forget it, you know. Anyway, back to my medication. So yeah, I was gonna go off. I was gonna try to like ease off of it because over the past few months I've gained a lot of like tools, I feel like, that help deal with anxiety and stuff. So like I still have it, but like I know what to do. I know how to like make myself not be scared of it, how to slow things down and like breathe and all that kind of stuff. So, and like right now it's not, I don't think it's doing that much because I'm still like really anxious and I'm really like, I'm depressed. But I think also it's because of my current situation that the stuff that I'm dealing with right now is like, of course I'm going to be anxious and depressed because right now I'm dealing with some stuff that is very anxiety induced and depression induced. Is the induced the right word? I don't know. But yeah, so it's natural and I'm like fine. I actually am fine, and I'm like letting myself be like, I'm being easy on myself, because before, and it's one of the tools I'm talking about, like before I'd be like, Ramir, why are you so depressed? Why are you so anxious? Your life is fine. Like shut up, do better, and like, you know, grind till you die. But now I'm like, no, you are dealing with stuff that's not good, so you don't always feel good, and that's totally okay. And like in a few, whenever it comes around, you'll feel better. And whenever that is fine. If it's sooner than later, that's good too. If it's later than sooner, that's not good. But I will hold off and, you know, stay strong, because what else are you gonna do? So I kind of want to get off of it. I want to stop taking it, like partially because I want to just like try to not have it, also partially because I don't want to oh, this is okay, maybe, you know what, I think sometimes tell me if I'm wrong, but sometimes, like, do you ever come up with a reason not to do something because like you trick yourself into thinking it's something you really like shouldn't do, like you don't need to do, like, or now I'm saying I don't need medication anymore, like I want to like stop taking medication because like I can do fine without it, right? But realistically, like what it seems like and what it might be now that I'm saying it is that I just don't want to get health insurance and go through all that. Like I don't want to be like rushed in order to do that. Like, obviously I will get it, you know, but I don't want to be like, oh god, I gotta hurry up because I gotta do a refill. But if I tell myself like no more anxiety medication, then that means I can like take my time getting health insurance. So, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of just figured myself out. But also, I think I'll be fine. You know? Hopefully this doesn't sound like concerning, because I really am like, you know. Editing this video, right? I was editing. Oh, I am editing. So, and watching a podcast. So I'm gonna go back to doing that. I really enjoyed these talks. Hopefully I don't come off too unstable. But it is what it is. So I'll talk to you later. Maybe I'll end this now. Should I? If I ended it, then thanks for okay, I'll make 2 different outros. If I continue it, then it's like, alright, I'm gonna head out now. I'll talk to you later. Deuces. And then this one is for if I decide to end the video here. Alright guys, thank you for watching, hanging out with me. I will I'm gonna see you soon. And we're gonna talk some more shit. And make sure you stay safe, stay alive, and I will too. Until next time. Until next time, as in like see you next time. Not I'm gonna stay alive until next time. But also, who knows? It's in God's hands. Bye.
All right, guys. So I just want to give you guys a little inside look on my Saturday night. We have Rocky here.
And moi. Oh my god, I look like my head looks lopsided. And it is.
You look so.
Hmm?
I look overweight.
You look cute. He's shy. Oh my god. I don't know.
What? What is it?
It's in one.
What is it? It's a Dayquil? I do not want that.
You said drugs.
I saw the signs. I want to watch like something.
A movie?
I'm gonna be sleeping in 30 seconds, but you can put it on. I came here to sleep. Caught on camera. Posting this. Just so you know.
Scandalous.
There's no limits. There's no boundaries. And this channel, this channel is real. This is the real deal. Okay.
For a different channel.
What do you mean? This is my channel.
Oh, I mean, I thought you meant like you have a second channel that's like the real.
No, this is the real. This starting now. This is just the real. It's the show, the real, but except it's not the show. This is just the real. Okay. Good night.
Good night.
Sleep tight. Have a good one.
What's up? What's up, y'all? So I'm on my way right now to try out a new plug. I didn't feel like going to the dispensary today because DC is far away, and I got off work and I was like, I don't really want to, even though I really wanted some edibles, but I'm like, whatever, it's fine. I'll just go, you know, try this guy out. House experience, horrible. This is why I hate plugs. This is why I do not, like, I don't mind spending the extra money at a dispensary no matter what, because dealing like with plugs is always the same experience. They don't respond, they respond too slow, they're very vague, they don't tell you like how much it is. Like, it's very not a good experience. 1 out of 10 would not recommend, but I just am fiending, so I'm like, whatever. But I don't even know where I'm going, to be honest, because this guy didn't tell me where to go. So, oh, maybe oh god, I can't. I just missed my turn, I think. Wait, Bull Run? What is? I'm so confused. Okay, I think I'm gonna go. Actually, you know what? No, whatever. He didn't even respond, so what am I in a rush for? Today's been really interesting. and I mean that in a very bad way. Well, no, it's been a roller coaster. So, first of all, like let's just get past the bad part. So I was talking to my ex, and we had, well, I met up with him as you. Oh, I think there's a clip that I actually took. So yeah, you probably already know this. The last time I talked to you, I was at my ex's house, and what I was under the impression was that we were getting back together. But the funny thing is, we were on different pages, which makes it very awkward, very humiliating in a sense. I'm not gonna go into detail because not that I care, but it's just too much and no one really wants to hear. But I figured out, okay, this is slow motion for me. So yeah, like I was under the impression, and which is partially why I sent that. I'm like, oh yeah, like we like, you know, we've been through so much, but like here we are back at it again. And I was ready to I told two of my friends, I'm like, hey y'all, like something just happened. Like you wouldn't believe who's in a relationship again. Oh my god, I can't say that word. Relationship. And I sent the messages and I made the announcement. Well, I didn't make the announcement, but I kind of was like, it was whatever. And then we talked today, and it turns out we were on two completely different pages. Which is, I was gonna say, which is why communication is important. But like in this situation, I feel like we need to communicate. At least in my head, this is how I am. If I am paying attention to you at all and interested in you, then I want to be with you. If we aren't going to be together, if we aren't just moving forward to something, then like we might as well not be. Like there's nothing really to do or. Should I? Maybe I should turn around and make sure let me pull over. I feel like I